Hello, book lovers. Today, we're travelling back to the Regency era, a time of elegance, romance, and literary genius. Let's test your knowledge with some trivia on classic Regency and Victorian books. First question. Who wrote Wuthering Heights? A. Jane Austen. B. Louisa May Alcott. C. Emily Bronte. D. Charlotte Bronte. If you guessed Emily Bronte, you're right. Wuthering Heights is her only novel, but left a massive mark on literature. Did you know Emily Bronte published the novel under the pseudonym Ellis Bell because female authors faced significant prejudice at the time? Next, what is the name of the estate where much of Wuthering Heights takes place? A. Thrushcross Grange. B. Wuthering Heights. C. Pemberley. D. Longbourn. That's right. Wuthering Heights itself is a character in this intense love story. The term wuthering describes the fierce, windy weather in the Yorkshire moors where the story is set. It reflects the stormy emotions of the characters perfectly. Next question. In Little Women, which sister is an aspiring writer? A. Meg B. Jo. C. Beth. D. Amy. Jo March, the fierce and independent sister with a passion for writing, embodies the spirit of ambition. Did you know Jo's character was based on Louisa May Alcott herself, who wrote Little Women in part to support her family financially? Question 4. What is the profession of Jo March's husband in Little Women? A. Doctor. B. Lawyer. C. Professor. D. Artist. Professor Bear, who wins Jo's heart, represents intellect and deep moral integrity. Louisa May Alcott didn't initially want Jo to marry anyone, but was persuaded by publishers to write a conventional ending. Who is the main character in Emma? A. Elizabeth Bennet. B. Emma Woodhouse. C. Fanny Price. D. Eleanor Dashwood. Emma Woodhouse, the charming yet meddling protagonist, makes matchmaking an art. Jane Austen described Emma as a heroine whom no one but myself will much like because of her flaws. Ironically, readers adore her complexity today. In Emma, what is Mr. Knightley's first name? A. Charles. B. Edward. C. George. D. Henry. George Knightley, the voice of reason and Emma's true match. Unlike many romantic heroes of the time, Mr. Knightley is notably older and wiser, which adds depth to his relationship with Emma. What is the pen name used by Louisa May Alcott, the author of Little Women? A. Currer Bell. B. George Eliot. C. Mary Ann Evans. D. A. M. Barnard. Louisa May Alcott wrote under the pen name A. M. Barnard for her early works. As A. M. Barnard, Alcott wrote sensational thrillers quite different from the wholesome tone of Little Women. Question 8. Which character in Wuthering Heights is known for their tumultuous relationship with Catherine Earnshaw? A. Edgar Linton. B. Heathcliff. C. Hareton Earnshaw. D. Joseph. Heathcliff's intense, passionate, and often dark love for Catherine is the heart of the story. Heathcliff's character has inspired countless literary anti-heroes, making him one of the most famous figures in Gothic fiction. In Little Women, who does Amy March marry? A. John Brooke. B. Fred Vaughan. C. Laurie, Theodore Lawrence. D. Professor Bear. After Joe turns him down, Laurie finds love with Amy. This pairing divided fans of the novel, with many rooting for Joe and Laurie instead. Question 10. What is the name of Emma Woodhouse's friend who she tries to matchmake? A. Jane Fairfax. B. Harriet Smith. C. Isabella Knightley. D. Augusta Elton. Harriet Smith, who often falls victim to Emma's matchmaking schemes. Harriet's story highlights how Emma's good intentions sometimes lead to unintended consequences. What year was Wuthering Heights published? A. 1800. B. 1813. C. 1847. D. 1861. (1847), the year the world was introduced to the dark romance of Wuthering Heights. Emily Bronte passed away a year after its publication, never knowing how influential her work would become. Who is the author of Emma? A. Jane Austen. B. Emily Bronte. C. Charlotte Bronte. D. Louisa May Alcott. Jane Austen, the queen of Regency romance, penned Emma. Did you know? Emma was dedicated to the Prince Regent, though Austen wasn't fond of him. In Little Women, what is the name of the March family's loyal servant? A. Jane. B. Hannah. C. Mary. D. Sarah. Hannah, the March family's devoted helper, keeps their home running smoothly. Hannah's character is one of the few examples of working-class figures shown positively in novels of the era. What tragic event befalls Beth March in Little Women? A. She gets married. B. She moves to Europe. C. She runs away. D. She dies. Beth's death is one of the most poignant and heartbreaking moments in Little Women. Beth's death was inspired by the real-life passing of Alcott's sister, Lizzie. In Wuthering Heights, who is the character that narrates much of the story? A. Lockwood. B. Heathcliff. C. Edgar Linton. D. Hindley Earnshaw. Lockwood's perspective introduces us to the tumultuous history of Wuthering Heights. Lockwood is an unreliable narrator, leaving readers to question the truth of certain events. And that wraps up our Regency Books trivia. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the world of timeless classics. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more literary adventures. Until next time, keep reading.